Well, hi guys. Here we are once again with our, what is this, fourth lesson. You guys just left a snack and you are going to Spanish, so I've got the time to record. I've had to record this video like 3 times because somebody's walking in and somebody's walking out, so now I've locked the door, I think. So let's go ahead and see this one. This one is about double negatives. Okay, now the reason why I chose this as the next topic was because I always hear this from you. Miss, but I don't know no one I can contact for the interview. Or Miss, I don't have nothing. Or Miss, I'm not doing nothing. Now, these are phrases that I always hear from you guys, and they're wrong. They're mistaken. They're not the way you're supposed to be saying them. Okay? So let's go ahead and see why. It says, correcting double negatives. The phrase, I don't have nothing, contains 2 negative words. The contraction don't, which is don't is the same as do not, so there's one negative, do not, don't, and the adjective none or nothing. So I don't have nothing. If you don't have nothing, it means you do have something because you're putting 2 negative words together. Okay? So it says, to express a negative idea, you should only use one negative word. All right? You should only use one negative word if you want to say something negative. It's just like in math, guys. Remember? In math, when 2 negative numbers are put together, what happens? 2 negatives become a positive. Correct. It's the same thing in language. If 2 negative words are put together, then you are actually saying the positive of it. Okay? So if you want to say something negative, you should only say one negative word and not put 2, like that example. Okay, let's see the next slide. So for example, this is an incorrect phrase. He says, he never cooks nothing exciting for dinner. What are the 2 negative words here? He never and cooks nothing. If he never cooks nothing, it means that he's actually cooking something. 2 negatives put together become a positive. So if you want to say the negative of it, you would only have to use one negative word. Okay, so for example, it would look something like this. He never cooks anything exciting for dinner. So you see, we changed the nothing, which was a negative, to anything, which is not negative. So he never cooks nothing. And now we only have one negative in the sentence. Let's take a look at this one. I can't hardly wait for a change in the menu. Can't is a negative word, and hardly is also a negative. Although this one is a hard one, but hardly is a negative. So the correct way would be, I can hardly wait for a change in the menu. They changed the negative can't to can, and they just left one negative word in the sentence. Okay? So give yourself a test. Oh, music, goodness. Give yourself a test. Let's take a look at this. They didn't have tickets. What would the next word be? If we already have one negative in the sentence, then what should I have to put here? Another negative? No, right? Because 2 negatives cannot be put together. Okay? So, they didn't have any tickets. I cannot say they didn't have no tickets, because then I would be putting 2 negatives together. Okay? So it says, our team hasn't won the league title. Hasn't is negative. So now I cannot put a negative word here. Our team hasn't ever won the league title because never is a negative. Now try these. I have not seen on the field yet. Not is a negative. So whatever word I put must not be a negative. I have not seen anybody on the field yet. And let's try the last one. She didn't see the coach. Didn't is a negative. Can 2 negatives be put together? No. So whatever word you put here must be a positive. She didn't see the coach anywhere. Okay? So always remember, guys, do not use no double negatives. Does that sound correct? Do not use no double negatives. Wait a second, I just put 2 negatives. Oops. Oops. I meant don't use any double negatives. All right, guys? Always remember, I do not want to hear you saying, Miss Rita, but I'm not doing nothing. No, I don't want to hear that. Miss Rita, I'm not doing anything. That's the correct way. Okay? So always keep that in mind. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Now go ahead to the Edmodo and work on the questions for this quiz. All right?